I'd like to be able to keep the attunement through the SEs back in my workaday life, because sometimes I feel myself getting tired or kind of pulled into my activities.
Is probably the biggest problem that everyone in the room has, is the inability to maintain the spiritual inner awareness in an outer physical focus. It's not going to go out there. It may, through eventuality, in other words, when you've built up enough inside of you, it will start flowing out. And when it flows out, you probably won't even be aware of it. But the person who receives it will be aware of it. And it might surprise you that they're telling you things, you're going, how on earth are you getting that? Because you didn't tell them and there's no way they could know except it's coming through you. And it's going to that place inside of them that needs it, and it's coming awake, and in that is the knowing. Down here, about the best way that we can tell that spiritual exercises are working is the person's pleasant disposition. A person having a pleasant disposition is as valuable as seeing God. And if we just strive for a pleasant disposition out here in this world while we're doing whatever we're doing, then there's a greater tendency for this inner spirit form that is so perfect and so loving and just such a tremendous thing to start riding on the disposition of pleasantness. And that disposition is real loving, and it's very compassionate, and it has a lot of empathy. With it comes a great ability to know what's going on in the world. Because in a pleasant disposition, you can't be running junk. So while you're in that, just enjoying and doing and sharing, serving, loving, which would be examples of a pleasant disposition, it isn't necessarily sitting with the idiotic grin on your face. It could look like a lot of things, and when a person says hello to you, you don't go hello and run, you stop and say hello, and you're back on your business. They get the hello, and they can feel the pleasantness of that. If we then take that same pleasantness back inside of us, we connect to the inner master faster. So both of those qualities are extremely important to have. And that pleasant disposition isn't predisposed to other people's activities. When a person comes to you, they tell you what they tell you, and then you find out what you find out, and you treat what you treat. You know, the pain is where they say it is, the problem is where you find it. And the treating is your technique. And they're going to judge you on their pain, not on what the problem is or how you treat it. And as long as you know that, you maintain your own pleasant disposition and go about the method. And if that method isn't what's necessary for them, they have to try another one. And you don't strain to make the method work. Hope that helped.